This update was pretty good. But you know what else was also pretty good? That Jiangshi outfit that they added onto Infinity Nikki. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a reference to the Jiangshi, which is a very old school Chinese mythological creature if you didn't know. Please excuse me for mispronouncing any words. It is not my native language and I do not speak Chinese, so I'm very sorry if I offend anyone with how I pronounce everything, but I'll try my best, okay? The literal English translation means stiff corpse or like rigid corpse, but in short, I would call them like energy sucking corpses, energy sucking creatures, if you will. Sometimes they're referred to as Chinese vampires or zombies, but that isn't actually true. In the 19th century, Western translations kind of lost the plot and tried to rewrite the Jiangshi to resemble features closer to blood-sucking vampires than reanimated corpses that failed to have their souls actually sent to the afterlife. But yeah, contrary to very popular belief, they're actually not vampires. They're not vampires and they're not zombies. They're literally just mythological creatures. They have a physical appearance, obviously, because they are reanimating the body because of the post soul, and they just move around. They don't really have a conscience. They're just trying to get their energy life force, man. They're just trying to stay alive. I hope this just gives more insight into what a Jiangshi is. I do know we have been popularized from the pop culture and Chinese mythology, also with the Western mythology, that they're more like vampire features, but the original appearances for them, they are corpses. They usually tend to be pale or blue, with really long and sharp nails and spiky teeth, usually depicted wearing robes from the Qing dynasty. They are blind creatures that rely on sounds and smell to locate their next meal or victim. They can't really bend their limbs or joints or anything, and are known to have their arms outstretched in front of them, kind of like zombies. Their common nickname is also called hopping or jumping corpses, since that is the way they kind of get around to move. In Taoist tradition, they believe the soul is dualistic and can be broken into two parts. One part is called the Hun and another part is called the Pole Soul. The Hun soul is what ascends to the afterlife, and then the Pole Soul is what controls the body and animation. When the Pole Soul fails to rest correctly, the Jiangshi rise and need a constant sort of qi in order to stay alive. Qi is like your life force, your energy force, the energy that they suck on. It's not actually blood that they're getting from you, they're actually taking your life force. Another way a Jiangshi can come to life is by writing a spell written on a piece of paper and attaching it to their forehead. In those times, it was usually the Taoist priest who would commonly use like yellow scrolls. That's why we always see like yellow or off yellow scrolls on a piece of paper on their forehead. And then they usually would write something on them like a spell or a prayer in order to reanimate a corpse or conjure up a Jiangshi. Now obviously the creatures are malicious, so if a priest is dragging a body back from the dead, it's probably not for the best intentions. I do believe Nighttime Whisper is supposed to be an homage to a Jiangshi in Chinese mythology, because it does have that little scroll attached to it on top of its head, and also the hat that accompanies with it. I do think it is obviously a modern pop culturized version of a traditional Jiangshi and how it would be depicted in modern times for Infinity Nikki. But I do think it's really cute. I really like this outfit. There's not a lot of hats I like to wear in this game, so the hat is definitely a wonderful little hat. But that's your quick did you know for today. I hope you guys do enjoy the video. If you guys are interested in any of the other references that Infinity Nikki does make in the game with their outfits, definitely let me know down in the comment section below, and I'll try and see if I can get to some of them. They are really fun, and it's a fun thing to learn. I love mythology and mythological creatures, so this is just right up my alley. That's pretty much it for today's video, so I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!